Yo, yo, yo. What's up, guys? Welcome to Pod Trash. Today, we're just talk about what everybody's talking about since all of a sudden we're all on the same page with this thing. And, there are only so many certain times in history we're all on the same page. And this is probably the first time in a long time that we're all on the same page and no time that we're all on the same page. And I think it's fair that we all get our facts straight, because we all get our milk from the same cow, apparently. And with this, we're just breaking down something, you know, likely in the media, and it is these files from the Department of Justice. And what these files are the Epstein files. And it's something everyone's been waiting on. This is something everybody in the fucking world has just been so pinpointed in. So I just want to give my investigation on it myself because think about doing a podcast like this, you want to get to the source, and the source has always got to be from the horse's mouth. And that's my opinion. Maybe some people will think different about that, but I think it's very important to get the truth right from the horse's mouth. The horse today would be the U.S. Justice Department. Now, do we know how true any of this is? Yes. Now, how do we direct it is, it's really totally up to you how you see it. And, truth be told, that's the only way we're going to really get through it, by really seeing the full picture of it all. So, this is the Freedom of Information Act, FOIA. And basically, what it does is, these records contain pre-existing redactions made, for views to the public. So, this is viewed to the public. Obviously, yeah, for me, honestly, a lot of this stuff is archives. A lot of these are just archives, okay? Most of it is just stuff that they have had for years. Like this whole file right here, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, this is all from 2005. Like this literally is all from 2005. And their control calls, their voicemails, and they're also just interviews of them basically interviewing different women that were participating in foul play and things like that during with Epstein, and it all has to do with a massage parlor or some sort. So most of this stuff is about these girls working in a massage parlor since they were 18, 19, something like that. And this is all right here, public information actually. And what I found most interesting, because I'm not going to really break down it all for you guys because it's just really a rabbit hole full of rabbits right now, and that's really what it is. But what I want to do is get into a couple of things in this file that probably put things in a little bit better perspective for some people who probably don't want to enter this information on their own, like devices or anything like that, because they don't want to be tracked, which I totally understand. But I am here to take that risk for you. Like and subscribe if you will. But yeah, I really want to get into a couple of things on this Epstein file with you guys today. And also, we're going to be discussing on Pod Trash today as some things on Mockbook. Mockbook is a social media only for AI chatbots. But for now, let's get into some of this stuff right here because, like I said, it's some pretty interesting stuff on it. And a lot of it is just really thorough investigations and interviews and tap phones. And like I said, I want to say this is all in this Florida file. This is all from 2005, and it's all just out there now. But it kind of makes you wonder, really, like you guys known this for years, and everyone wants the files now, but you know, it's really it's something. Let's get into one of these audio redacted control calls.
She knows that your mom really takes your cell phone.
Second phone call attempt at 4:26 p.m.
I won't have the cell phone after 4.
Now, a lot of this stuff that you're going to see is just a lot of really thorough investigating before they actually made contact with, were made public, honestly. That's how I want to start with the Freedom Max stuff because, this is the build up to it all. Let's get into this one.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Alessi.
Yes, speaking.
Hi, this is Detective Joe Ricari with Palm Beach Police.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
Good, good. You returned my call yesterday. I greatly appreciate that. I had gone down to try to talk to you.
Okay. What about?
Well, I wanted to touch base with you. I'm investigating a case in which I believe you may have some information to. I am investigating a case against a former employer of yours, Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, Jeffrey Epstein, yeah, okay. And what's about?
Well, that's what I was hoping you could tell me. You were employed for him how long?
I was employed with him for 11 years full-time.
Wow, 11 years
and about
full-time.
a year and a half part-time. The part-time was the beginning of this.
Okay.
It's an investigation against him or
Yes.
trying to get me involved or
He starts to get suspicious
against
right
him.
here.
against him. What kind of investigation is it?
Well,
I am apprehensive to talk about anything because
I can go meet you in person if you'd like.
this is something that I really will not like to
Starting
be
to get
involved
spooked.
if I'm not
Starting
involved
to
with
get
it.
spooked.
I prefer not to be involved. I've been out of the job for 3 years, so
I understand that, but you may hold some information which would assist me in this case.
okay. Well, before, I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no to you because that would be dumb. But I would prefer to confer this with an attorney, my attorney, and see what he says.
Absolutely, you have every.
I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get in trouble. Or I don't want to get sued by Mr. Epstein or by his company or anything in style. So I would like to do the formal, the normal things. Go the right way.
I understand that, and that's
I
fine.
can call you back.
saying
Let me talk to him, and
He said he wanted to do it the normal way. this is the normal way, actually, how they conduct investigation. You will get a call out of nowhere. You know what I mean? That's basic knowledge.
I can call you back, and I'd be glad to meet with you. If he says, okay, no problem, I go ahead.
Okay. Again, you're in no trouble whatsoever, and the purpose of this investigation is an ongoing criminal matter.
Like and subscribe.
Right. Okay, like I told you, I would prefer to talk to
Absolutely.
an attorney. Just
Absolutely.
give me an advice on that. And I get back to you as soon as possible, probably today. If it's not today, it will be tomorrow.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay?
Thank you so very much.
I get back to you.
All righty.
So as you can see, our friend in the recording was very skeptical about releasing information about his colleague. And this colleague is one person that actually worked pretty close with him as far as like he worked on his property. Actually, it sounds like a gardener or, someone who works on the property in a certain sense. And it's someone who most likely have seen it all, heard it all, mostly, something like that. But this is just them trying to gather information, just gathering information. And like I said, this is all '05. And, one thing about this particular segment that we're doing today, tonight, we're not here to gossip in a way. We're having a conversation about power, paper trails, and why some names echo louder than others, yet never face, daylight. This is about the Epstein files, not rumors, not TikTok edicts, but what's already public, and that's the most important thing to me right now is, focusing on something that's gone public and what's already public. And the question is, the public is still not allowed to ask, what this is, if you believe the system protects themselves, if you believe the system protects themselves, just stay with me. Okay. And just to be clear, everything discussed tonight comes from public release court documents. Okay. Media reporting or, historical records in a sense, And, we're going to jump into one more of these, we're going to jump into a couple things here, but right now we're just jumping into a couple of these, calls to some of Epstein's acquaintances, and you can tell how skeptical they're getting, how they feel.
Following was a phone call from Alfredo Rodriguez, date of birth 4/12/54, former houseman of Jeffrey Epstein. Today's date is 11/10/2005. Time by my watch is 9:49 p.m.
Okay, so like I said, a gardener, something like that. That's who that guy was apparently. Very very interesting. And some of the other things, files that are redacted show and paint a crazy picture. Women sues billionaire investors say they had sex when she was 16. And you can almost see everything really coming into play in the sense of like this is the buildup of a movie in a sense. Um, they put a lot of effort in like getting everything down, And this is a MySpace profile. Pimp juices, acquaintance. No, girls do it better. Like this stuff is just people who just really are in it in the sense where uh it's a shit show. Like advertising weed and stuff like that. This is just stuff that's public. Expect. Let's see if we can retrace some of these lines really quick, just to get these names. Let's see. Just doing a little something here. Content. And a lot of this stuff right here is like just information that was, what needed and well needed to know. These are pictures collected from their MySpace pages, as you can imagine that era and how that went. These are persons of interest, and it looks like this is what they're into. These are the type of people they attract from MySpace, things of that nature. And yeah, a lot of interesting stuff here. I'm not going to say interesting, really. I'm really just, sugarcoating it. A lot of scary stuff here. And that's just that's really is the light of it all. A lot of scary stuff because this is an investigation that started, well, not maybe not even started, but, started getting retracted back in '05 apparently. And, this is the stuff that they kept up with. And most of us kept up with as far as like what they're searching for is just what goes public and what doesn't before we can say anything. Um, and that's a lot what I'm getting from all this. Jeffrey Epstein wasn't famous because he was rich. He was famous because he had access to you know a lot of stuff. Not a billionaire by traditional means. No clear client list ever released. Private jets, private islands. Elite invitations and government analysts unplanned access is never, accidental, and that's the truth. Um, this is basically notes taken, passed back and forth. Give the flowers at 8:30 to, he's really grooming here, like a real groomer, real fucking groomer. I'll tell you that. Look at this. And miss plans, UI, cashing. All right, I'll cut it short. I'll put Sharon Turner and your moral support. I just wanted camping for the summer and I couldn't afford the plane ticket and goes on, well, you can get a plane ticket in 2 hours. I said, what are you talking about? Like, what are you? That didn't even make sense for me, a plane ticket in 2 hours. What are you talking about? And she goes, oh, we can go and give this guy a massage and he'll pay $200 for like 45 minutes of hour. And that's all she told, nothing more in detail. It's plain sight invitations from MySpace basically. And I gotta tell you, it's something. It's something. It's just really a lot of just, you know, things that like things. We're gonna hear something from Haley, one of the victims, and this is just a voice message she left the you know, guys in the office.
What's on?
Change your greeting, press 3. To access your saved messages, Saturday, March 19th, 1:35 p.m.
I don't know what they were doing today. I heard you back. Give me and Rusty a call. Late.
To return this call, press 88. To copy this message to another person, press 6. To delete this message and go to the next,
The
press 7.
technology back
To
in
keep this
place.
message new and go to the next, press pound. Saved message, Friday, March 25th, 8:48 a.m. To return this call, press 88. To copy this message to another person, press 6. To delete this message and go to the next. To keep this message new and go to the next, press pound. Saved message, Thursday, 5:09 p.m. Thursday. Actually get this message. Call this up. Bye. To return this call, press 88. To copy this message to another person,
Voicemails.
save message, Friday, 7:21 p.m. I need you to call me back. It's about tomorrow. I wanted to know if you're available around 11 o'clock. Call me. Bye. To return this call, press save the message Friday 7:26 p.m. Yesterday wants to work Saturday, which is tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the afternoon. If you can work, I'll take you up. Let me know. Just leave a message. Leave a call back myself or leave a message.
A lot of heavy listening. A lot of heavy listening to just a lot of different things. And the message Haley left was just, calling her back. And, just want to get into a little more of that.
He would get really rough, and I'd get cut. I'd get cut.
Okay. So walk me through this, and I know this is going to be hard for you. Walk me through this here. You're giving me a massage.
Interrogation room.
You're naked. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Take it from there.
He'd ask me to, most of the time, about the lower back or what.
Viewer extraction. Please be advised.
No, not really. He goes, do you want to go? He gave me 8 movie tickets. I got show tickets. I went and saw David Copperfield. I had VIP tickets or something like that.
The car, was that under your name or was it under his name?
No, it was under his. I didn't really care though. He was letting me drive around as much as I wanted. I just got the keys to it. And everything else was his business. He said if I ever got pulled over, just to say that it was his car and whatever. That's it.
Let's talk about the time that he forced himself on you. Take me through that one.
We were really, I think it was with Nadia was in the room. And,
Was she naked?
I don't know, probably. It was, I don't remember at the time, I think so. I don't remember at the time whether or not it was towards the end of my session or whatever you want to call it. So she was probably either getting dressed or was still naked. I don't really know. I think she's still naked though.
Was it normal for her by this time to be upstairs with you?
If I went there, if I saw her up there, I would not be surprised. I wouldn't get surprised when I saw her in the room. Sometimes she would just, she liked me. She would hang out with me, and I would go to the house and we'd eat breakfast together, or hang out by the pool or something. It's not like I just went there and did my thing with her in front of him. I don't know, but sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So you went upstairs, getting dressed.
Oh yeah.
You were there.
No, this was at the end of okay, it was me, him. Steve was stuck in his dick and fucking him and stuff. But that was while I was maybe kissing her, touching her in some which way or the other. And towards the end of this, I remember that I had already finished because I remember it being really uncomfortable. So I remember specifically that I had already finished. It was me.
What do you mean by you finished with?
He gave me an orgasm with his hand.
Okay.
I need to show you what I'm talking about, the position that we were. It was okay.
Just scary stuff. Just insane. The detailing of it all. And I mean, honestly, I don't know how this went public, but obviously we all know how it went public. You know what I'm saying? If Epstein were just a criminal, this case would have ended with, conviction. If he were something else, the silence makes sense. And officially Epstein died in custody. And good riddance. I mean, I wish death on no one, but good riddance to this guy. But the point was, like, Epstein died in custody with guards asleep, cameras malfunctioning, no high level accountability, no full client list released in that time. In government terms, this is called a failure cascade, in a sense. And when every safeguard fails at once. The real issue isn't who was involved. The real issue is why the system refused to answer. Because this isn't per se an answer. This is just giving us what we want. Not, I don't know. In a sense, that's how I see it. And it's just it's all could be explained a little bit better. As American citizens, as human beings first, we deserve the whole truth and nothing more or less.
Appreciate you coming down. Not a problem. I was all the way out there.
Another interview, and this is actually a video.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Do you have identification with
Your
you?
expression advised.
Great. Okay, the reason why I asked you to come down so you can talk to me. Is I'm working a case in which I believe you may have some information. Okay. Gentleman's name is Jeff. Okay. Lives on Old Brillo.
I was actually thinking about it on the way here, and I remember who you're talking about.
She said she was thinking of.
Why don't you start from the beginning for me?
She
Quick.
already, had a tail on
Before you
what's
do,
going
let me
on.
swear you in.
Okay.
Okay. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me from the beginning how you met this gentleman.
Through a friend. Her name's she told me about this guy. I was short on rent 1 month, and she told me that all I had to do was give him a massage, and he'd give me $200. And that's pretty much it. And I thought about it. I was like, I was there with her.
When did this ago you're talking? What? July, August, September?
Probably around July or August.
July, August? Okay. And is who?
I've just met her through a friend. Her name is,
Okay.
and that's pretty much all I know about her. Her boyfriend was a roommate of mine for about 3 weeks, and that was it. And I haven't talked to her since.
Okay. So she took you
Mhm.
for a massage, to give a massage.
Mhm.
Okay, have you have any formal massage training?
No,
What else did she tell you what you had to provide?
that's it.
Just
That's
the
all
massage?
I knew. That's all she told me.
Okay. Did you provide the massage?
Kind of in my opinion, and this is me just like commenting on the world today. Um, this could be AI. This a video like this, it could be AI because of the weight of it all. It all just seems so very. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the technology of that time that I'm judging on, but I don't know. And there needs to be like an app or like a code that we can detect AI presence in a video or not. Not just a tag, but an actual code that we can scan any screen to see if AI is being used as manipulation within what we view at that very given moment. whether it be on a laptop, a phone, iPad, anything like that. There needs to be like some type of code to see if your screen's being manipulated with AI.
With clothing on?
All I had was underwear on. She did not tell me that. I was absolutely surprised when I got there. I knew nothing.
Okay. Did she tell you that you would have to provide the massage with just underwear?
No, she did not.
Okay. By you mean by underwear, what do you mean? Just
Only with my underwear.
just panties?
Yes.
Okay. No bra?
No.
Okay. Um, how old are you now?
I'm 20.
You're 20.
Mhm.
So a couple of months ago, you would have been what, 19?
Yes.
So, well, your birthday's on.
Mhm.
All right, so July, you would have been 19, 20, right at the verge of 20.
Mhm.
Okay. So, what else happened when you were providing the massage?
That's just it. He had a towel over his private parts, and he was just laying on a table, and I was just massaging from his knee down for about 45.
So about 45 minutes that went on, and 45 minutes about that interview went on as well. But you know, do y'all think full transparency? Is this full transparency? Um, truth doesn't need hesitation. It needs patience and pressure. History shows us one thing: secrets don't stay buried. And that's the big thing. That's one of the biggest things. Secrets don't just stay buried, and they surface when people stop being, when people stop being distracted. And that's why I started this podcast by saying it seems that we all are on the same page all of a sudden because we feel like we got what we want. Aircraft arrival. I found that very interesting about what, their information is within that. But as far as what is, who's on board and things like that. This is basically him traveling with, acquaintances or acquaintances, but it's basically just breaking down the travel and all that, that particular day, which we all know there was millions of travel dates. So you know, let's not be stupid in a sense. Another situation I found very interesting was Maxwell's confessions, the Maxwell Diaries, I would like to call them. I thought that was really interesting. This is a tour, the cell, things like that, what's going on. It's basically like a whole hour of just this scene. Nothing changes within. I would definitely say, like, nothing at all. I even slowed it down with my hand very closely. And the only thing you really get is just, you know, that's it. And this is me moving my hand slowly, very slowly. Nothing ever changes around the time they said was except that right there. You see two people walking by, maybe taking them to the cell, walking Epstein out. Basically, yeah, there he goes. He's gone. But apparently he's in the cell dead at this point. But as you can see, um, no, this is him walking out. He's gone. Yep, he is out of here. Because, that's just what kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Multiple